Okay, we are going to do the activity known as observing web requests. First thing we're going to do is verify the connectivity of the web server. We're going to click the external client and access the command prompt from the desktop. This is your external client right here. Desktop, command prompt. And we are going to ping it. So what I will do is I will copy and paste this into the command prompt. We'll type in ping space and then copy paste, and then we will hit enter and see what happens. Ping request could not find the host. Please check the names and try again. So that's because I left off the M, so it didn't get the whole name. So we will try this again, and this time I will double check and make sure I got the entire thing. I did, and now it's pinging it, and the first one timed out. The next three went through just fine. So once we get to that point, we want to leave the external client window open. So I will just shrink it down. But before we do that, I want to close the command prompt. So now we'll leave it open. Next, we're going to connect to the web server, which is this one right here. So when we click on that, we will go to desktop. We will go to the web browser, and then we are going to paste that into the URL, hit the go, and host name was unresolved. So we will try this again. This time I will copy and paste, hit go. We still show unresolved. So from the desktop window, access the web browser. Did I do that? Okay. Click on that, the web browser. Copy and paste. Just keeps coming back saying it is unresolved. We're going to leave that open for now. We're going to view the HTML code. We're going to click on the web server. We're going to go to config, HTTP, and we're going to check the, shrink that back down. We're going to slide this over, and we're going to compare it to the web browser display on the external client. Web browser display. And we see here that pretty much says the exact same thing. This is an HTML code, this in text to where you can read it and understand it. So we will drop these back down. Excuse me. Now we're going to close both external client and web browser windows. So we'll just exit those out real quick. Now we're going to go to number 4. We're going to observe the traffic between the client and the web browser. So we're going to enter the simulation mode, which is right here. And going to do a little rejuvenating of angles of where things are going, because this way I can see more of what is actually going to take place. If I could just move things around. This does take a little time, but that's okay. We got a little time. The only reason I do this is because this way we don't wind up not being able to see what's going on back in here. So we're going to, in the lower right hand corner, simulation tab, we've done that. Then we're going to double click on the simulation panel to unlock it, which I'm not going to do that because I've done moved everything over here. We're going to view the traffic. We're going to use a complex PDU, which is this one right here. So we will, from the simulation panel, we will click the edit filters right here, and the only ones we want to leave on are the TCP and the HTTP, and then we're going to add a complex PDU located in the thing, external client specifically, and there's the external client. And then as the source, the complex PDU will appear, which it did. We're going to click on the this one here as the location for it to go to, as the destination, and we now have an IP address in the destination location on here. So by doing that, within the PDX, we can now specify the complex PDU settings by changing the following within the complex PDU window. So under PDU settings, which is right here, we will go to select application, which is right here. We will connect HTTP, which is right here. For the source port, which is down here, we will type in 1000. Now this is where I screwed up last time because I put it in the wrong place, but we will, on this particular activity, we want to go to the simulation settings periodic interval, which is way down here, and we will type in 120, and then we will create the PDU by clicking the box create PDU, which is right here, and invalid destination appeared. So destination IP, and there we go, now we have it. And so now we're going to observe the traffic flow. We're going to hit the auto capture play, which is right here, and this will make the envelope move up and down. We're going to speed it up so we can get as little quick a time as possible here. You notice how fast it's moving. It's jumping right through the program. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Now when the buffer full window appears, then we need to close it using the X, but that will happen after this is all through making its circuits, which it's just about done. Maybe we can speed it up a little more again because it's kind of going a little slow. There we go. Now we see the green check mark, which indicates that that one has made it. Now this one's racing back and forth. There we go. There's the buffer pack. Preview the previous events. Now we can scroll through these and see everything that happened, and we can see that it was quite a little bunch of moving going on. And so we've scrolled through. So I guess that's pretty much it. We'll check our results and see how things went. So that's pretty much the end of that one. We'll move on to the next one.